We've seen a few BYDs now, like the Atto 3, BYD's first venture into the UK, to the Tesla competitor, the Seal. Now we have the ever majestic, the epitome of aquatic grace. They enchant with their sleek bodies and their voices that create an oceanic symphony. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. This is the BYD Dolphin. Let's take a look at some of the unique styling features on the front of this BYD Dolphin. Big air intake down the bottom here. Now that's going to help promote air through under the car and it will help cool the batteries. As you make your way up over the bumper here, camera in the front into the nice aerodynamic helpful aid. The grille here, that's just so it's slippery, so it cuts through the air. It's got a light bar. Now we all know how much I like a light bar, so that goes straight on to the love list. Now, what is different in this car is the size of the actual headlights. We see a lot bigger headlights on other cars, but BYD, especially in the Dolphin, have gone quite small. Quite a unique look that. And another thing that's different is we've got a black bonnet, which matches in with the actual roof, but that's something that we haven't seen before. 17-inch tricolour alloy wheels on the design model only. The charging flaps at the front, I'm a fan of that. This reminds me of the Cupra Born or Formula 1 cars from a few years ago. Privacy glass. Let's take a look at the back of the Dolphin because it's got some pretty cool features in it. The roof spoiler, same colour as the roof there, and it blends back over the back window. It makes the car more aerodynamically efficient. Brake light in there, so it's nice and high, keeps you safe whenever you're on a motorway doing a bit of braking. Now you can probably see what I'm starting to get drawn to. Yes, it's on the love list, ladies and gentlemen. It is a light bar, and it's not just any ordinary light bar. Look, it's got waves that go through it all the way across the back there. And build your dreams. This is the last car that will feature the Build Your Dreams name on the back of it. As we make our way down, the bumper sticks out from the boot, which is a nice little bit of safety as well, and the camera down the bottom. Everything just kind of works pretty well on the back of the BYD Dolphin. To open the boot, hand in there, pop her up, and there we go. The boot comes in a size of 345 litres, which makes it not as bad when you consider the entire car is 2 metres wide and 4 metres long. A real contender in its class, sitting beside the likes of the Peugeot 208, the MG4, they both have 363 litres. Inside we've got vegan leathers for cow lovers and a lovely panoramic sunroof for those view lovers. Let's jump inside the Dolphin and let's look at some of the Dolphin features that we have in here, because BYD always have a different kind of philosophy and idea on design. Okay, the dashboard straight away. I noticed that there's something going on here. Is that a Dolphin looking at me? It's a little bit strange. It's actually quite nice. There's Dolphin air vents, there's Dolphin marks in the speaker, there's Dolphin flipper for getting in and out as your door handle, which is cool. BYD, they just think that little bit differently. Looking at the actual overall functionability of the car inside here, I like the seating position, 2 pedals and a footrest. Well done BYD, thank you very much. That's on the love list. And the steering wheel design is nice. I like it. It looks quite fun to use. It feels nice. It's a nice girth in my hands there. Yeah, the seat all electronically adjustable on the side here, nice and easy to use. Charging mat, extra storage under a little cover, and some USB and power points. And then we've got a kind of a tube effect here now. I don't really know what the tube effect is called, but it's a tube that has rotation switches on it for adjusting your fan speed, your hazard warnings, your volume control, and your actual driving controls are on the side here, reverse, neutral and drive. And on the side, the button, push that, that's for parking. Pretty cool actually. The dash, well the screen typically is a BYD, it does rotate. You can do that on the steering wheel, or you can actually ask BYD and it will help you with the voice automated system that it has in here. But it's nice, it's comfortable. There is a spongy effect on the dashboard, and that's quite a strange one, that it actually feels like you're touching a dry Dolphin. Not that I ever have, but you might have. How's it in the back, Duncan? There's flipping loads. There's loads of room in the back of this BYD Dolphin. Look at the floor space. When I'm sitting in the car, there's good headroom and there's also great leg room. That's where somebody was sitting in the front seat. Perfect for them, same height as me, 6'2", give or take a couple of inches. And you have got absolutely loads of leg room there. Because there's no transmission tunnel, it's a flat floor across there. You know what, you could probably lie across that floor if you wanted to. We'll maybe do that later on. USB chargers here. electrically operated windows as well, with the nice flippers for getting yourself in and out as doors. And look at that view. We have got an armrest as well. Armrest in the middle and a couple of drinks holding options for you. Thank you. Bottle in here, and it's nice and snug like that. We've also got an option for the bottle in there, but then again, the best place is to have the bottle someplace else or somebody else to hold. ISOFIX is on the seats here. ISOFIX is always great for great mums and dads, and it's just comfortable. I do like it. You know what? Great for big kids, great for little kids. You could probably almost fit a Dolphin in here as well. Not a bad little car for its size. Probably perfect for the city. Who knows? Is it a fish out of water? Is a dolphin even a fish? Wow. Wait. Hold up a second. Who the hell are BYD? They're the biggest brand you've never heard of. But let's scoot back to 1995, where BYD first made its mark. They started as a battery manufacturer, moving up China's industrial ladder and gaining international clients. In 2002, they started making cars with combustion engines, but if we fast forward 7 years, we get BYD's first EV. Their ever-growing EV influence can be seen around the world, from our very own London buses to taxis in places as exotic as Bali and Mexico City. Now, in 2024, BYD have 29 years of battery manufacturing experience. And with BYD owning their own lithium mines, they could experiment, test and make some of the safest batteries around, including their flagship Blade batteries. With the battery quickly becoming the contender to the combustion engine, it's no wonder why BYD have risen to overtake the likes of Tesla in sales. Want to know a bit more? Check out Professor Vincent's lesson on everything BYD during our Seal review. But now let's get back, because I think it's time for my first impressions of the Dolphin, the BYD Dolphin. And it's quite a busy little thing to drive. There's lots of things you can change, lots of things you can play about with, like the regen braking or the driving modes, whether you want it sport, eco or normal. But I did say earlier on that I like the steering wheel, and that's something that I'm going to stand by. The steering wheel is just nice, it feels good. I've upped the weight of the actual steering, so it goes from kind of nice and light to sport, so it makes the steering feel that little bit heavier. But this is a first impression. It's a typical BYD. There's a lot of technology in here. The connection that I feel with the car on the actual road surface does feel a little bit spongy. It reminds me a lot of the Citroen EC4, which we did a review on quite some time ago. It feels just a little bit spongy and a little bit strange. Obviously, comfort is a big thing in this car. With it being a city car, it's going to be going over some pretty aggressive roads, you would imagine. Maybe even cobbles, depending on what city you stay in. Eco, normal and sport mode. Eco seems okay, normal, a little bit more heightened. Sport, it's quite alert. When you're driving along in eco mode, you feel like you need to really push that throttle pedal quite far down to get any sort of reaction. So obviously it's restricting the power. For city driving, 265 miles of city driving, if you do that eco and try and get your regen up a little bit, it'll be a while until you visit a charging point. So now we've got that plugged in and charging, let's just take this moment to remind you that Arnold Clark has over 20,000 new and used vehicles. Something is definitely there for you, so get yourself booked in for a test drive. You could even take one of these BYDs for a bit of a journey. Visibility is okay. Out the windscreen it's huge, as you would imagine, great visibility. The pillars do take up a good bit of space, but this little triangular window down here actually does help you see. It takes up some of that kind of dead space. The rear view mirror isn't big. It's not a great thing for looking at the back windows just now because I've got the headrest in the way as well, but out the front isn't too bad. Quick parking challenge in the middle of Glasgow using only the camera on the screen. Not going to turn my head, and this does feel quite strange for Duncan because I am a huge lover in using my head on a swivel. But here we come, in we come. It's getting close, it's getting close, it's getting close. Not too close, we can go forward at that. And there we go. We park in the bay perfectly. Yes, you may need a taxi to the curb, but that's by the by. We're in the bay. City driving. possibly what the Dolphin was created for. I've gone full comfort with everything. I'm in eco mode, I've gone comfort in the steering and comfort on the brake assist as well. And what I can tell is the steering is nice and light. It's not too light. Some cars give you an overly light feeling and you feel a little bit detached from the actual road surface and the car and the steering wheel. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's nice and light though. And when you're in city centre or town driving, you know what it's like. You might have to do a lot of steering movements quite quickly. It's quite effortless, it's good. And this car just drives about nice. It's got a nice soft suspension setup, which I did mention earlier on, it felt like it was a bit spongy. But for some of these roads that we're driving around, yeah, just perfect. Down a hill, regenerative braking up high, maximum it would be. Charge going back into the battery, and we can see that on the screen. We've got 79% on our battery just now, and we can actually see the flow going from the braking or the regenerative braking back through the motor and in towards the battery. It's pretty cool that I'm somebody who likes to watch exactly what I do with my charge and my distance left to travel, and it's something that I do keep a good close eye on. How I use my power and how I get my power back for free, because that's what it is, and everybody loves something in life for free. Oh, this is proper city driving. This is what the Dolphin was made for. Potholes everywhere, across the top of them, lovely jubbly. Road noise in this car is very low. Now, the surface that we're on is quite forgiving, I will give you that, but when we were on the motorway earlier on, even that, the wind noise and road noise wasn't too high, wasn't too aggressive. It is something where we're heading right now to find ourselves a stretchy motorway so we can stretch the legs or flippers or fins or whatever of the Dolphin and get it up to 70 miles per hour. And let's see exactly what it is like on the motorway. Motorway driving, adaptive cruise control on. Very much so. I love cruise control and I really like adaptive cruise control. It's great that these cars give you a feature like that, because some brands don't. They make you pay extra for that. So the BYD Dolphin has adaptive cruise control. It only goes up in increments of 5, which is a slight pain. I like to do it one at a time. But there we go. Cruising along 60 miles per hour just now on the motorway. And I like it. Adaptive cruise control, brilliant. The more I drive this car, the more I do think that really town and city driving is what the BYD Dolphin has been created for, because when you're starting to do 70 miles per hour on a motorway, it just starts to feel that little bit spongy, whereas in the city, in the towns, it really feels perfect because it's tight, it's twisty, it's a bit bumpy, a bit nadgery, not easy to get round. On this type of road, it's good, but it's very much more suited to the city. Now, we've covered some pretty expensive vehicles on the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. You can just go back through and have a look at all the videos we've done. This, possibly one of the more cheaper. The Active starts around about 26. This design one goes up to around about £30,000. It's fighting for space in the EV market with the MG4, which we've done a review on, and also the Peugeot 208e. So that's where this car is based around. Pretty cost effective EV travelling. Isn't it nice to be in the countryside? You've got the lovely views, the winter yellow grass, the dead leaves on the trees and the ground, and a lovely panoramic sunroof that your people in the back can enjoy the views. You can say what you like about EVs, but they are here to stay. Whether it's range, cost, mileage, whatever it is, that's changing. Even the price is coming down. The size of the cars are getting smaller, and I think this thing is definitely perfect for driving about in the city. Town, city driving, this is the type of car that you want. This has been the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. I'm Duncan Vincent. Remember, like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And until next time, guys, peace out.